Yeah. You know, if it has audio, it mutes us. Turn that Facebook on. We'll start the show up.
Yo, what's cracking, people? Welcome. It is the Tim and Tim show tonight, starring Hairgrease Gate. Yeah, buddy, we gonna get into it. Hey, we got our man, the main man up there, Tim Witherspoon Jr. back in the house.
Feels good to be back.
Boxeo over there in the upper corner.
Skywalker Boxing Media, Team Mo Boxing, no problem.
And we got Mr. Joshua over here at 86 Boxing himself on the history. What's cracking, fellas?
Salute to it, 86 Boxing, but 86 Sports. Be sure to check it out, folks. We do the thing. Holla.
And y'all already know. Poppy Tune Yayo. Heavy on the poppy, light on the yayo. Let's go.
Man, we got Tim Witherspoon Jr. back, man.
It feels good to be back. The other situation just wasn't working for whatever apparatus I had or whatever. I don't know. A couple of people had issues, and a lot of I was busy too. A lot of things have changed since the last time I've been on the show, but it feels good to be back. Big weekend boxing. You know, there's a lot to talk about.
Yes, sir.
Tim's gonna be covering the Philly card, man. You're gonna be going to the weigh-ins, Tim?
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm looking forward to this. You know, it looks like there's some good up and coming fighters on there, and it's a place that I'm familiar with. I won the Golden Gloves there. I fought there as a pro. So, you know, it's going to feel good. Danny Garcia, me and him spent many rounds together sparring each other. So this is going to be a good event. Hopefully the first of many. I would like to this is something that we all like to do here.
That's his second show with Swift Promotions, man. It's only going to get bigger and better, man, with the promotion, man.
Definitely.
That's dope.
So, but today is the second day of Ramadan, and I would be lying if I told you guys that after I ate last night, I was able to stay awake. So I was not able to watch the fight live. I caught the highlights today of the Tank Davis fight. I got a lot of talking to at the gym for not watching it, but my body was breaking down food. You know, it was the first day, so I nodded early. But you know, I heard that there's a lot to talk about. I have my opinions, but I don't want to be the one to kick it off. I don't want to be the one.
I ain't scared. I tell you right now.
It's only because I didn't watch it live. That's the reason why I don't feel like I have the right to kick it off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shoot. Hey, don't even feel bad about that. Listen, after I ate my lunch today, I had about a 2-hour nap, bro. So don't even feel about it. Right. People nod off.
Get that in.
That's just what we do.
I had a couple.
Nodding off. Okay. Should we just get straight to it? Or you want to talk about some of the other fights?
Well, you know, the headline is Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach. I personally think that's what we should, because we can spend the whole time probably talking on this.
And I can tell you about so much that went on, man. Like, we had a lot of good fights. We had a Subriel Matias fight card. We had some good fights on there as well. Man, it was just a good day of boxing. We had controversy with the the Donovan and Crocker fight.
Yeah, we can start with that one.
We can start with that. Was a crazy fight. That fight right there. Yeah, Donovan got disqualified, man. He hit his opponent right after the bell. He thought he won the fight. He started celebrating, and the ref came and disqualified him. And yeah, it was just a crazy, controversial fight as well, man. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I mean, what's your opinion on it though?
What of the late hit?
Yeah, what'd you think about like that whole that event?
I think the ref was too harsh, bro, to be honest with you. I think, they said that he was headbutting, you know what I'm saying? So the ref I gave him some warnings, during the fight, but it was not like intentional, bro. And
are you saying it was more of a he should have protected himself at all times situation? It was too close to the bell for.
And it was after the bell, but he didn't hear it, bro.
It was late.
It was like 2 seconds after the bell type shit, but the ref wasn't around to stop it either. A good ref would be there to break up the fight, right? Right, Josh? I mean, they would.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. It was the 8th round DQ. It was after bell, no doubt. It was one of those where it was just an intense round, just given the nature. He had dropped Crocker Donovan, that is, probably like less than a minute before that. He had dropped him. And Crocker's eye, his left eye, I think it was actually shut. And when he just started swinging wild, and and Donovan was just catching him, and then caught him in an exchange. A very intense moment. But also the referee had already deducted 2 points from Donovan for what was deemed to be using his head. Now, I will say that I didn't think it was very just, because he was only warning Donovan. Crocker, he came with that sort of turtle shell type guard there, almost peekaboo style. And he was hunched over, so his head was forward the entire time. And Patty Donovan, who was doing the majority of the leading there, he was looking for ways to kind of get in. And there were occasions where the heads would come to somewhat, but it ended up being Donovan that was deducted 2 points. Really no warning to Crocker there for the fact that his head was just continually forward in front of his feet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's exactly how I felt about it, Josh. I was like, wait a minute, hold up a second, something ain't right here. You know what I'm saying? My man he's not doing anything to change his style. His style was causing Patty to have to get in there and try to figure out where to go. Because I would assume that the guy is trying to headbutt me personally. That would be my perspective. But honestly, I thought that referee was wildly irresponsible. That's the theme on the night. I thought that referee was wildly irresponsible. And I felt like he actually should have stopped the fight at the time that old boy got up, because he couldn't. He was like he was punched up hard, man. He couldn't see, like his eye socket was broke. And I was like, okay, the ref's gonna call this thing off, but he didn't. He let it go on, and then they get over to the ropes again, and they're just banging away. You know what I mean? And honestly, Tim, it was like Bell, 1001, 1002, Hook from Hell.
Hook.
Yeah. Right? So, and then it just seems like it felt like somebody may have said something in the audience to the referee to tell him to disqualify it, because it seemed like they didn't want Donovan to win, to be honest. That's the feeling I got watching it. Yeah,
and it was in Crocker's hometown of Belfast, Ireland. So here it comes. Yeah, that was after the bell there. Now, it also should be noted, of course, that so you had that sequence, but the 2 points had already come out prior to this. So in some rounds previous, the referee had already deducted 2 points. So maybe in another situation, he wouldn't have stopped it or disqualified him, but it was just, he had already taken 2 points. So it was like almost no choice, I guess you could say, for some view.
Right here after the bell. Yeah, and he was celebrating, bro. He had no clue that the bell rung.
Watch the ref. The ref is looking out.
Holding his arm.
The ref is going to be looking out in the audience. He's looking out in the audience the whole time, and then he waves it off. He didn't even go back to find other old boy. He didn't look at the fighter or the other fighter. He was looking in the audience, and then he waved it off.
The one thing that I'm noticing is it's not like the other fighter totally was defenseless. He was in the fight as well. He was still in motion. It wasn't like he was walking to his corner or anything like that. Did he not hear it as well?
No, other dude was hurt. He just got up
he
from
was
being
already
knocked out.
hurt. Okay.
Yeah, he was getting beat on, bro. Like,
Right,
hey, old boy
right.
was putting paws on him. He was
So it wasn't it was the heat of the moment. It wasn't just the after the bell punch that he was trying to get in.
He was in finishing mode.
Yeah, he almost had him out of there. So his adrenaline
Yeah.
kind of pushed him through that extra 2 seconds.
And it was like, it was loud, bro. It was like that was one of the loudest arenas I heard in a long time.
Right.
He was just so focused on, like you said, getting him out of there that it was weird because the ref had him by the arm. You could see the ref holding him by the arm. And he was like so excited about knocking that guy out that when he told him, when reality sunk, it took like a couple seconds for that shit to sink in for him. And he's like, then he started like breaking down in the ring, bro. It was pretty crazy.
I guaranteed there was at least 37 fights in the stands.
He thought he had a knockout, and here they are disqualifying him. Man, imagine, bro, you knock your opponent out. It's a good fight. You fucking him
bro.
up.
He beat him up though, bro. Like he was whooping on him that whole fight.
So it's not even worth a rematch, really.
Well, it is because of the fact that this was an IBF world title eliminator, and the guy that ultimately ended up winning via disqualification was the guy that was about to be knocked out, because I think if he'd have come out that next round, he was going to get knocked out. But it's still probably a question as to whether he would have actually come out for that next round because of the fact that his eye was closed and he was clearly saying he couldn't see. So that's what makes it a bit more shaky. So it's going to be a situation where if there is no rematch, then the guy that was going to lose is going to get a shot at the IBF world title.
I feel like we've seen that before. I can't really put my name on it right now, but I feel like we've seen.
Yeah.
Like, was that Prince Charles Edward or not Edward?
He won the title on account of the other dude getting injured.
Okay.
I think that was the situation with his. The other dude got injured in the contest and he won the world title, became champion. Right.
I'm trying to think. There's like a situation like that that's happened before. I just can't think about it. But hey, you know, the part of him not being able to come out for the next round, I don't think that we should be able to take that into account. I think that it stops at where what do you do with the foul? Is it can he continue? Can he not continue? Is it fair to give him the fight? Do you go to the scorecards? You know, now does he have is there something that is going to force a rematch, or can he just go on? That can the IBF force a rematch?
So yeah, that can happen. If he does, I think they're going to do an appeal, and I think that could bring about a potential rematch being forced. They're both under the same promoter there, Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn wants to see a rematch. Ultimately, if the IBF doesn't rule in the favor of Patty Donovan as far as that appeal, then I think it would come down to Crocker accepting it, but I guess working it out between he and Eddie Hearn. They interviewed him after the contest. Of course, I think just based on what he said, he was like, you know, we'll have to see, you know, blah, 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 leave it up to Eddie Hearn type situation.
Nice. So I had a fellow gym mate fight too that I didn't get a chance to see his fight, Julian Williams. How did that fight go?
Not good for him.
He didn't get knocked out. I give him that. I give him, you know.
Right.
Actually, he was in the dressing room when Mike Harris fought when we had our fight about 2 weeks ago. I didn't even know he had a fight coming up.
Yeah, I think, you know, in my opinion, and then others can share theirs, he's just in with a guy who was younger, fresher, because Tellez, he's a Cuban fighter. Of course, he's skilled. You know, a lot of those Cuban fighters come ready, you know, pro ready in a lot of cases. And he's one of those, only has about 7 fights. And in those 7 fights, he's beat some guys that are pretty solid, you know, like Sergio Garcia, who's like a Spanish fighter who He was like 34-2 at the time or whatever. But yeah, he just had a good mix of power, speed. He can box and is pretty good with his range. And I think the issue is like Julian Williams. Of course, as the time goes on, you start to lose a step or two.
Right.
And you remember him when he was a little bit younger and he had that ability to, just work it out. You know what I'm saying? Use that aggression or whatever he needed to do because he can box. He has the IQ and all that stuff. But I think it was just a situation where, I think he's just a step behind right now. And it's kind of a wake up call in that sense,
Man, I was just saying the same thing to my pops, bro. I told him, he's like, well, how does he deserve to be in this level of competition? I was like, Pops, man, do you believe in the term phenom? Like these kids have been fighting. They was born. This is what they was doing since they could throw their fists. This is all they've ever done. So by the time they get out of the national championships, which they probably won, or the Olympics, which they probably won, by the time they get to professionals, if they have a solid trainer that can transition them from the amateur style to sitting down on their punches, they're going to be a problem. Just like Andy Cruz is a problem.
Oh yeah.
And we had Alberto Puello and Sandor Martin, Tim. It was for Puello's title. And that fight, Puello hasn't fought in a minute either, man. He's been inactive. And that fight was one of those kind of fights. It's like, damn, bro. Like, I think Gary Antoine was the best performance out of all the fights yesterday. Like, the best performance. Flawless, looking mean. Fuck Rayo up, bro. And I think if they run it back, bro, I think that he'll fucking smoke Puello. Puello didn't look too good, in my opinion. I think that was a really close fight. I had it a draw or even Sandor Martin up around.
Man, I had Sandor Martin winning. Sandor Martin, he was beating the brakes off of Puello, bro. Puello could not figure out what to do on the inside. Like, he controlled him on the inside, man. He caught him with nasty combos, man. And you know what we got to do? We gotta put him up there kind of high as far as having a chin, right? He took some hellacious shots, and he was just right there back with it. Like, some type of shots would have put somebody down. Them type of shots would definitely put somebody down. But when the whole issue, what you said with the Russell, oh my God, bro, that's the Russell that I thought was gonna be 140 was his alone. You know what I'm saying? Bro, he threw about 98 punches per round.
Almost 1,000 punches the whole fight. Yeah, over 1,000. He
didn't give an inch. So if he got hit with a hard shot, it was 1-2 right back. I'm taking that right back from him.
Or three, bro, or four.
Immediately, bro. And I mean, he got hit with some shots that was kind of crazy too. Just too much speed, too much power, too much skill. He was 2-3 steps ahead of Rayo. Rayo didn't. It seemed like he wasn't even there. Like, bro. It seemed like he was not even there, bro. It was just he didn't see the punches coming. All he knew is that he felt the punches. There's no way he saw those punches coming.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Very interesting. In relation to that one for sure. In the punch stats, it ended with 900 and something thrown by Russell, with 250 plus landed versus 400 and something thrown by Rayo, with 100 and I think 40 something landed somewhere around there or whatnot. So Russell never let off the gas, and anytime Rayo landed a good shot, Russell would come back with 2 or 3. He was just throwing in combinations right there, just nonstop.
His dad right there, he's giving that credit to his father, man. That was always in his corner. You know what I mean? I like that, man, when he got that win.
You see, he wasn't breathing heavy either.
I thought Gary is about to no-mas him, bro.
Yeah.
It was that bad. Robert Garcia should have thrown the towel in probably about 2 rounds earlier. Because it was really no mas material, bro. That felt worse to me. That felt worse than what Floyd did to Hatton. It felt worse than that. 25 punches to 1, like he'd be hitting with 25 punches and only get hit once in that whole period, and he did that over and over and over.
It was a beautiful fight, Tim. Like, man, bro, definitely watch Gary.
Check that out.
Yeah, 2 judges gave 1 round to Ryo, and then 1 didn't give him any round. So it was like a complete shutout right there in a world title fight, right at that.
That's crazy, but yeah, he deserved. He's been grinding for a minute, man.
Yes, indeed. Hey,
I don't think anybody beats that version of Russell at 140. And you know what? Speaking of that, come on, man. It's the tank fights, bro. How is a 140-pounder throwing 98 punches around and we can't get 10 from the 135 pounds?
Right.
You feel me? What? 10, 12 punch? Bro, we got a 140-pounder out there, 98 punches around. Get your output up.
Right. No, you're right. And yeah, I think that's where it shows right there. Kind of one of those differences in essentially that mentality. But I can tell you, those Russells, just in general, fighting family, of course, but they stay in the gym nonstop right there.
That's a high level right there.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, you asking Gervonta to reach somewhere where he never been probably, because 100 punches around and
hard
20,
punches, bro,
and 25-1.
Yeah,
come on.
It was insane.
Ryu couldn't do nothing, bro. It's just like when he get ready to make a move, it was bink, 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 bink. We didn't know if they was coming up top, down, bottom, uppercuts, hooks.
So that was a special night, you know.
Yeah,
right. It was.
Russell, they be on that they be hotepping up there.
It was one of those statements before. Yeah, no, you're right. But yeah,
they be on that hotep.
Right.
Yeah,
we got a lot of people in here, man. I think it's time that we cook on what the show's about, man. And we got Ryan in the chat saying he give 2 fucks about oily hair. Rules are rules, right?
Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
So let's click on it.
You're not gonna
get sub to 86 boxing. It's called 86 Sports. He's got a new channel.
Oh yeah,
sub to his channel, and then I also put Picasso's channel. Papi Chungueo got a channel. Everybody got channels here. Witherspoon Boxing's live. Make sure everybody subs to everybody. Show some love. I got Picasso. He's our bro, man. I put his link up. He's got someone helping him with some edits, and he can show you a little bit of Brazilian jiu-jitsu on his page, man. Go check him out, man. That's my brother. So you guys like that?
I mean, y'all, if I go, it's gonna be messed up for the rest of the show.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it, man. So I don't remember what round it was. It's just my man in the middle of the fight. Well, first of all, for the first 5 rounds, I had it 4-1 for Roach. That's first of all. Second of all, the judges gave Tank every round from 2 to 6. Some ain't right there. That's a fact. You can check that. All right. Now, Tank done messed around, got jabbed in the eye, hit the Colin Kaepernick in the middle of the fight, ran over to his corner and got he got a facial in the middle of the round. And then the referee whose eyes move independently of one another this guy, didn't do nothing about it. Something ain't right. You feel me?
Right.
What is it, bro? Is it when you make so much money and you get to a point where everything's been head fed to you with the edges of the bread cut off? When you get fed like that, do you lose your desire to want to fight for real? And it's just about a check and hair grease?
I mean, there's a lot to digest there, but this is the thing, and if you should know this, Josh, your corner is not allowed to just come up on the apron. It don't matter what happened. He should have been disqualified right then and there. We talking about a point deduction. That's fine. We all agree on that too. But you are not allowed to. This is not sparring.
All right.
There's no. The only time you're allowed it is that minute in between rounds. What if somebody punches you in the eye and it starts stinging? Are you going to go over to the corner and get water? Or it's part of the sport. It's part of.
Right.
So I don't know how this doesn't. This is one of those situations. I feel like you need to do something about it because you got 2 violations. I see he took a knee, and you have the corner coming in assisting him at an inappropriate time.
I wonder which one of his eyes was the dominant one. Which one was looking in the right direction? Because it seemed like one was over here, the other was. How did you miss that? I mean,
Well, I don't think it was missed. I don't think it was missed. You know what I'm saying? I saw Rodolfo mention there that he had started counting it. Maybe then he was like, oh, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't do that or something of that nature. Of course, on the amateur side, when they step up there, it's abandonment. The fight's over. You know, the referee can stop it right then and there. If there, sometimes it happens in the midst of a count, and the referee may finish the count or whatever, or at least go to 8 and then stop it. But otherwise, when they step up there, it's over. On the pro side, of course, it's over as well right there. When the corner steps up there, ends in disqualification. And by that same token, I guess the more glaring aspect of it is he did go down and actually take a knee. His knee was on the ground. And when that happens, an 8 count is supposed to be administered, or right there, or at least a count is supposed to be administered at that point. But it was even more, I guess, egregious or just baffling in the sense that after that, he was even able to go over there and have his eye wiped out, and then they come back like that never happened.
In the middle of a fight. So now, can we tell every fighter that you can do that? Are we? Is that the president now? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, that's the part that's probably the more telling part right there. Is that we just literally
we in the gym.
He got a facial, bro. He got to get his facial
right out. You know? Right. Good. All right, let's get back to this. You know, and I think that's why people are seeing, because I've seen a lot of comments. Of course, many felt that Lamont Roach won this contest. I'm in that same boat, but a lot of people feel that it was rigged primarily because of Steve Willis's move. He is a seasoned referee right there. Of course, you get to work in amateurs, then you get to work in the pros. He's a seasoned professional referee right there, and he lost control.
Josh, let me ask you a question since you're a referee. Is there somebody else that could have interjected in there and could have stated, oh, no, this rule was broken. This is what should happen right here?
Well, on the amateur side, certainly you have the chief of officials there, and then sometimes the chief of officials may be the person supervising the fight as well. Right. Like they can call them the supervisor, or it could be 2 different people there in that particular moment. So they usually can have that sort of overriding factor. There on the pro side, of course, there is a supervisor that is there who is in charge of what goes on there as far as the officials, judges, all of that stuff. So that person does have the ability to interject and say, okay, no, this should be such and such, you know. And usually when you see the referees going over there talking to somebody, they're talking to that supervisor.
And you know that New York Commission, they had replay. They had the ability to go back too, and they you know what I mean as well. They had a lot more stuff they could do with the New York Commission than other commissions. Yeah, they said that New York they could have done a lot of things. You know. So
somebody
I was wondering about that.
Rubbing on that man. Somebody was massaging that man's shoulder while the fight was going on. He won't.
Some don't have the replay in New York. They have the replay too, man. They can go back and replay footage and stuff like the NFL. You know.
But I mean, look. So this goes back to the thing like with the Des Bryant thing when the catch against Green Bay. Everybody remember that they just made up a rule that it wasn't a catch, but everything they make up rules so that what you see with your own eyes it's not real.
But there's no justification of this. They're not even saying that it
can be fixed though, right? So that's the point. It's like we know that he blatantly took a knee. You can see it. It's undisputable. He walked over to the corner. somebody gave him a towel and he got a facial, and the referee didn't do anything. So somebody could go back and say, hey, look, this is what happened. It's clear to see. We're gonna break boxing if we don't call this what it is. And you got to say, okay, this is a 10-8 round now. Therefore, Lamont Roach has won. That's the right thing to do.
Would you be okay with them saying it's a no contest?
The New York Commission blaming Willis. They're blaming Willis, the New York Commission, because they said that there's an article the Ring Magazine came out with. I'll share it in the chat too. But they said that referee Steve Willis let the sequence slide by and did not rule it a knockdown. The fight went on. Ultimately scored a majority draw. 2 judges scored the 9th round, 10-9 in favor of Davis. If Willis properly called Davis' blunder a knockdown, Roach would have walked away with an upset decision win at Barclays Center. Where's it talk about? Yeah, IBF Hall of Fame inductee Randy Gordon, formerly the head of New York State Athletic Commission, also offered an explanation to how Willis should have handled the situation. Also, I guess he's former. He's not with him anymore, but he's all Tank went down on his own. It's still a knockdown. Then his corner jumped up on the ring apron. The fighter gets disqualified. Where's the problem? And the judge.
I'm not with none of that, bro. That's blame placing. They blaming the handicap man who shouldn't be the ref to begin with.
Yeah.
All right. The judges gave Tank rounds 2 through 6. I'm telling you, Tank probably won, maybe won at the most through the first 5 rounds. So they don't want to talk about them bogus ass judges they got. Yeah, Willis is a problem too. Yeah, maybe the official that should have been ringside not getting his shoulders rubbed on is a problem too. You know, there's a lot of problems here, and they could be rectified. They should be rectified because ultimately this is messing up the sport. But we got a roast though, bro. You talking about you got grease in your eyes, cuz? Bro, you got your hair did on Wednesday. You can tell me you ain't washed your hair.
That's your fault.
Right, it is. You know, and I thought it was because I saw a little braid. As soon as it got hit, kind of a braid went in there too. But yeah, that's it. That's part. Hey, that your hair. That's a part of your uniform or whatever you're wearing.
So you can get a 20-second, 30-second rest whenever you want. Because that's really what it is. If you really want to break it down, you're getting something out of his eye, but it's a time to rest too.
Magic. Yeah. And I'm qualified to talk about this. You feel me? I'm qualified. My scalp ain't dirty. You feel me? Like you supposed to wash the scalp. Hey, for all y'all out there that don't know about the hygienic ways of when you have locks and cornrows, they got stuff that you can put in there and wash. You can still wash that motherfucker.
Right.
I got a question from Champ Ross for you, 86.
Oh yeah, it says, what do you think about Willis starting the count? Willis starting the count and being disregarded. How does that happen? I think it's just a lapse in judgment right there, like a mental lapse. I can tell you from an amateur side, anytime a fighter takes a knee, what Tank was trying to allude to, that was like kind of the amateur thing to do. You go down there and take a knee, an 8 count is going to commence right then and there. And it's known that an 8 count is going to commence when you go take a knee. So in the pro ranks, it works a little bit differently. It still should have been an 8 count. That's considered a knockdown at that particular point. My thought is that, you know, the sort of, mental lapse side of it is that, I'm going to start counting. And then I'm like, I just had a mental lapse. Like, what are you doing? Like, what's going on? What's wrong with you? Then I see you to the corner. But the more, if you want to say it was something adverse, then I start to count. Then I realize, you know what? This can affect some things right here. This considered a knockdown. Hold up, let me not do that right there. But I don't know which one was in the mind of Steve Willis there.
Listen, we got a couple of lapses of judgment here because there's no way Gervonta Davis should have even thought that was something that you should do. He should have did what everybody else do and make it through the round and get to the corner and handle it. Now you got Steve. It's his fault too for not starting to count. But Lamont, and you can't put too much blame on him because he thought he was following the rules, but he could have jumped on Gervonta Davis too and kept going after him after Steve Wells let him get back up. So there's a couple of different scenarios where Lamont Roach could have made a bigger mistake there too. He had a lapse of judgment there as well. He didn't even say anything. I guess I saw the highlights, but it looks to me like he could have made more of an issue about it at that time as well.
Well, Steve Willis sent him to the neutral corner to get that style, like, hey, neutral corner. So he did turn around in terms of losing eyesight on the situation while he was there on the knee. Then I'd imagine, and then kind of the angle kind of more focused on that. It'd be good to see some of the other angles, but Willis did send him to the neutral corner as though you would do in a situation where it's a knockdown, right?
So somebody needs to get in trouble for that.
Man, Tank was. If you remember, Josh, Tank was talking. He was doing a lot of talking during the fight. He was telling the referee what to do. He was complaining. One of the times while Tank was complaining to the referee, my man Bink, he was with the jab. Like,
I like that Lamont did that too.
Bink, that's what you. We here to fight, cuz.
Right.
You talking to the ref for it, bro. There was a whole bunch of arguing, and in the corner, like, bro, you supposed to be the face of boxing, my guy. Yeah,
like he was having legitimate conversations in the midst of these little complaints right here in the middle of the rounds and stuff. And after, like, when the bell in, they're having legitimate, like, conversations.
We can't have that as a representation for us as being the face of boxing. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? We've been with you, man. We love how you fight, but we also understand that we want to see the best fight the best. We don't want to see somebody get, matched up with the type of fighters that's just going to, do what you need them to do so you can sleep them. We want to see you get in there and compete against athletic people. That's what greatness is about. Go fight people like in now the last couple of fights that you done had with people that are athletic like you. You know what I'm saying?
It sounds like the discipline
looking a little different. Yeah,
it sounds like the discipline is slipping a little bit, and there's outside things going on. Because discipline is not just about staying healthy. It's about learning the playbook, knowing the rules, learning the situation that you're in at the time that you're in it. And that's what also discipline is about, treating the people, your team right, and everybody being a team and getting there together, not arguing. To me, that allows, I don't know, I'm not in Team Davis or nothing like that, but that allows me to think that there's things that we don't know that were happening for a while now.
Hey, Roach said that, Tim. During that one press conference, Roach said, hey, man, I heard you ain't focusing. He said something about that.
So, Tank has had he's had some different situations here when we think about his career, sometimes when he certainly had some lapses in judgment outside of the sport as well, right? So this particular fight there, Tim, he was working with the Headbangers gym here in Washington, D.C., of course. Now, from the area, and you notice, Tim, how Philly and just the surrounding areas are. Of course, it's all intermingled. If you're in a particular area, then you're gonna run across people. Yeah, it's like no real bad blood. It's really just kind of boxing stuff right there. So it wouldn't be the first time he's worked with headbangers or whatnot, And when you do these different little bump sessions or whatever, you go there, you're working, you're getting work in and all that stuff. So everybody's familiar with each other. So his base training camp was with the Headbangers at this particular juncture, as opposed to Upton Boxing up there in Baltimore. Now, Barry Hunter, it seemed to be, was the lead trainer for this one, though Calvin was in the picture somewhat there, Calvin Ford. And in the picture, that's literally like some of the pictures like camp ended. You can see him there and all that stuff. So there was a switch made for this particular fight. This coupled with, of course, I think the ties have been severed with Mayweather Boxing as we know it, right? He's still dealing with PBC Al Heyman, and he was dealing with Richard Heyman or Richard Ellaby, Leonard Ellaby, Leonard Ellaby, and I think that relationship kind of got severed or something like that from what I recall. So a lot of change here within the last year, I would say. And you wonder about that, but you think about it, you're on top of your game, right? And you switch your training camp, right? Usually that is if something is broken, when you do something like that, if something was broken, like, okay, yeah, all right, you're here, but we need to take you to this next level. We're going to have to bring someone else in, right? I don't know exactly what that may have been for him But Tim, you being a boxer, being with the camp and all that stuff. If you're in stride, your momentum is at a high. You usually don't do that.
Yeah, I'm hearing.
Oh hell yeah!
There might be some ego situations. There could be a whole host of things. Somebody might be owed some money somewhere. But for someone to change their trainer, and from my I don't know, from my understanding, he's been with him his whole career, right?
Yeah.
So,
from a child.
My dad was my trainer my whole, and sometimes people would tell me that I need somebody else, and it was so hard for me to ever even fathom to go train with someone else. So for me to put myself in his shoes, I would think that it would have to be something that they could not get past, or something that wouldn't work out. I don't know what it is, but to me, what happened in that fight is not just the athlete having a lapse of judgment, is having a long lapse of judgment and situational awareness. How not just with who you're with, but what you're doing when you're in the situation.
Yeah, and kind of to what Ernest alluded to was like the way he was like sort of talking back to the corner was more so like, "Hey, I'm in control of the corner. Y'all are here with me,"
Yeah, no, it wasn't just talking. He had conversations outside the ring. He was having conversations inside the ring to two different people inside the ring. And then when he had a conversation outside of the ring, which led to him getting a towel while he was inside of the ring after the Colin Kaepernick knee.
And
right?
that allows me to think that it's ego. Why do you feel you're at your work?
Yeah.
You're at your job. Why are you talking to people that have nothing to do with what you have to do at hand? Why do you feel that you have to be so cool, such a show off that you can talk to other people while you're boxing?
As we were talking about earlier, shout out to One Round with George. You guys go check out his page. Give him a follow. He said a horrible night for New York. It was not only the ref that failed, they had the ability to use the instant replay, and they didn't. Corruption or ineptitude, right?
Yeah, I didn't know about that replay thing until you mentioned it there, Skywalker, and then George mentioned it as well. So, yeah, that's pretty interesting right there, because I was thinking about that last night, as a matter of fact, but I didn't look into it or anything, and I wasn't 100% positive if New York was one of those states. I felt Vegas was, for sure.
Do we need replay for that?
True. True.
Well, but we have it. You can't.
You can use
nobody can deny that the thing that happened. You got to correct it.
None of those officials and that ref do not need a job if we need replay for that. The guy not only took a knee, he walked over to his corner and got assistance when he wasn't supposed to. If you need instant replay for any of that, then you don't need to be working.
Yeah.
Hey, well, if you got 3 Adelaide Birds on the scorecards, who gave you your check?
It helps out with the NFL, man. I mean, it can really help.
I understand.
Yeah.
There's a ton of situations in boxing where it will be helpful. It'll be helpful in this situation, of course, but we don't need it, is what I'm saying. We don't need it.
And I was going to say, I was watching a boxing event. We might have all been watching. I can't remember. I wish it didn't escape me, but this was here in recent weeks where there was something of question, and the referee just looked at the big screen that was there in the arena and like, okay, yeah, this is. I can't remember. I wish I could remember exactly what fight that was, but this was here in recent weeks. Yep. So like you said there, Tim, do we actually need to actually pull up the monitor?
Not in this situation.
There was no. You can't say he was pushed down. You can't say he went there by himself. This is what we call a open and closed shut case. That's what you call that. It's like, okay, you have to go back and do the right thing.
He would have been better off blaming it on AI. That wasn't really me.
And look,
He would have been better off.
here we do need it. He said boxing needs it. The ref missed it. Replay officials should have. All due respect. He said we need it.
For sure. But what I'm saying is the fact that they even missed it is a problem.
Yeah.
Hey, come on, Josh. Now I know y'all got to do like a vision test before y'all can. Because you got to be able to see angles and stuff like that. My man, bro, his eyes are going. They move independently of one another. I'm telling you, you look at him, they do. Like that has to be like a disability that's not okay to have while being a boxing judge. Like you got to be able to have depth perception to be a pilot, right? If you can't see, you can't tell the difference between 100 feet and 5 feet, you shouldn't be flying a plane.
No, it ain't that. It ain't that. Steve Willis is a seasoned official in this boxing game right here. He's done championship fights and all that stuff before.
He's made mistakes before. I'm sure I'm trying to think of.
Well, he had that Brendan Miller contest with that Skyler something dude where they fell out the ring and fell on their announcer table there under the zone card here like a few weeks back. And so that was one he lost control of in that particular contest as well, But he's a seasoned ref there. It's not. Despite what his eyes look like, he's seasoned. He's done multiple fights. I'm sure hundreds of them from the standpoint of his professional career. I don't know if he's hit that 1,000 mark, but he's definitely done hundreds.
Look, Steve Willis is the type of dude. If he dropped a dime, he'd pick up 2 nickels.
Look, this is what I want to know though.
Yeah.
From the time that he took the knee to the time they started fighting again, how long was that?
Oh, that was a good little minute right there. Definitely beyond the 10 count. It had to be like between 20 and 30 seconds. I was thinking somewhere in there.
And in the whole 30 seconds, nobody thought, "Whoa, this is not supposed to happen."
Yeah, everybody watching the fight.
Like
everybody watching the fight was like, "Wait a minute, something ain't right with this."
And this is the bad part because I've heard of referees meeting people in the bathrooms, taking money. I've heard of that, and you don't want to think that is the case. But when you have someone committing a foul for 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Imagine how long 30 seconds is in a fight.
Look, I didn't even talk about the 25 low blows that Tank did. You wanna know what I really think about?
Oh yeah, there were some lows.
I feel like Lamont Roach went in there and did his thug thizzle. Nobody thought he was gonna be able to compete with him. Everybody thought he was gonna go to sleep. I'm one of the people who picked Tank by KO. Let's say that to get it out of the way, right? But nobody really gave Lamont Roach a chance. My man is a G, man. He's a gangster. He was going in there to fight. He was going in there to compete. And I think when Tank came face to face with that type of energy, the discipline broke down. You see, when somebody who's used to bullying on people gets in there with somebody that ain't going to let you bully him, you have to have a conversation with yourself. You got to figure out whether you're going to get back and be a man and do the right thing, or, maybe you start fouling a little bit. Maybe you start throwing low blows. Maybe you start doing some dirty tactics and things of that nature. Maybe you take a knee like Colin Kaepernick and get a facial in the middle of the round and don't lose a point. You gotta whoop up. You gotta put belt to ass on a bad kid, or they're gonna continue doing what they doing. That's all.
How do you even put in your mind as a professional fighter that is something that you can do?
Right? Yeah, it's crazy. I can tell you.
How do you do it? That's the part I'm stuck on.
I'm trying to figure out how to get.
Yeah, it's not like he just jumped out the amateurs yesterday.
You're in the middle of you're in the middle of the Barclays Center, right?
Right.
You're in the middle. You know that there's thousands of fans that came there to pay to watch you. You know that you cannot just take a knee in the middle of the round, go to the corner. You know this. Who else knows this? Why did he feel so comfortable with being able to get away with it? Maybe that jab he
got hit with right before he took the knee gave immediate CTE.
It must have gave everybody CTE because there's no way.
I think
you know what?
hey,
I'm gonna take a knee real quick and wash
you
my
know,
face. It's like he got
that,
reset, bro.
It-
He got his hard drive
I,
got rebooted.
I
I'm just gonna
understand that.
say, I think that goes to a larger point. Once you reach a certain status in the sport or whatever, and maybe it's not every fighter, but certain fighters might have that feeling that okay, I can do whatever I want in there. And same with certain promoters or whatever. Because one of the conversations we were having on, I guess, the Ball and Buds podcast was how like in the last Crescendo thing when Shiraz was losing. The promoter Turkey coming over there being like, "Hey, you're losing this fight." Just right there in the ring, just telling them and all that stuff. We seen that happen, of course, with Floyd telling Tank, "Oh, you losing in this fight with I don't know Barrios or somebody like that." You know what I'm saying? And that control is like we're in control. Like in Vegas, we're in control. You know, maybe it's that feeling of, "Hey, I'm in control of what happens here when I'm fighting in New York." You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know, Tim, you know, when you go to these places, of course, boxing is very much a small world. So, of course, they know pretty much all the officials involved in all of that stuff. And I don't mean just the officials as in referees, that type of stuff. I mean, security, you name it, you know, just the people involved in general, you know. So sometimes you might get that feeling.
This is what I know. I know you can't
Hey,
take
Curtis.
a knee in the middle of a
That is
round.
true. You can't do
That's
that.
what I know. It don't matter what else you know.
Yeah.
I know you can't do that.
Let me
And,
give him
and
a
to
wrench.
feel comfortable to get away with it, that somebody somewhere knows something.
It happened, bro. It happened though.
No, that's what I'm saying. Follow the money, and we'll find out.
It happened. Like,
We'll find out how he got away with it, how he knew he could get away with it.
Oh, man.
It's certainly hard to defend. It's certainly hard to defend. The actions of like Steve Willis, that whole sequence is hard to defend. And even the mainstream media has kind of caught on. They're pushing out articles and things like, did you see this? And bringing up, oh, corruption in boxing, that type of stuff. Hard to defend the sequence for sure.
and we got Hairgrease Gate, and we've
yeah, shout out to Grease in My Eye Boxing Talk coming in the
we
chat.
about to subpoena the PBC.
I just gave him a wrench too. Shout out.
We about to shoot a subpoena out on it. We want to know who the dude was that was giving the massages. We want to know about the tainted baby oil. We need some proof.
Have we heard from Steve Willis?
Usually, hey, that's tough right there.
Did you guys remember the incident that happened with the what judge?
Remember Tony Weeks too?
Yeah, he didn't come out. He didn't come out. You know, I think usually, you know, sometimes you have those situations where they're interviewing a referee right there in ring. I would like to see more of that for sort of the controversial stuff. They didn't do that, so yeah, I don't think we're gonna hear from him.
He probably was in the hotel.
Hey! You wasn't getting ready to say nothing, was you? Oh, you know we got these pistolas out here. You know you gonna say something bad about us?
He was in his hotel room already, Juan.
Yeah, hey, you go. Hey,
counting.
You just gonna swallow. You gonna swallow this one, right?
I don't want to say that though. I would hope not. But it's just so weird. It's just so weird, bro.
And I will say that, like, for instance, like when you're doing a show, I'm speaking from an amateur perspective, you're doing a show, they tell you, hey, if anybody approaches you talking or whatever, you just send them to the chief of officials or the supervisor that is over there, you know. And I'd imagine there's an element of that on the pro side. Look, sometimes officials make mistakes. I made mistakes myself. At this last nationals, a mouthpiece got knocked out. I counted the wrong guy. I felt embarrassed about it. It's once I saw, because I did my little 8 count or whatever, and then I went and grabbed the mouthpiece, and I came over to the kid, and he had his mouthpiece in, and I was just like, I was in my mind like, fuck, like, I missed this. You know what I'm saying? And then went back there, but the corner they were yelling at me like, "What are you doing?" Like, you see, that's not even, you know, that type situation. So you do have those, and they tell you for sure to just send them to let the supervisor handle it. Generally, it's the supervisor there over the actual events ring.
You making me think, because in the pros, I feel like in situations like that, you don't have to chase. They come to you. Rather it be right in the ring, rather it be in the dressing room right after, they come to you. Whenever they want you to take a drug test, they come to you. I got my shoulder was dislocated in the fight. Luckily I went on to win the fight. They still came to me to make sure that I could take care of the insurance situation since it happened in the fight. Most of the times when something happens in the fight, you'll have the chief officials in the corner, the referee discussing it right there, right to you.
Yeah.
You can hear it. What's going on? And that's why I'm putting a little bit of blame on Roach's corner. They should have been up in arms. The only thing that might have happened is if they would have, what would they have done if they would have got up on the ring apron?
That's a good point.
Rush the ring.
What would have happened if they would have got on the ring apron?
Rush the ring.
There's a lot of things that I just feel like in this situation for professional boxing is too blatant to just let go that as something that just happened. I don't see something like this just being able to happen. And them to be able to go through the whole minute of rest period and start a new round.
Right.
Yeah, bro. That's why we got down on bended knee memes out here right now.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
So Tank just went from possibly being the face of boxing to becoming a meme.
I don't know what's going on with the brother. You know, he gotta that was a lapse in judgment, a lapse in discipline, a lapse in just a lapse, bro.
All is not lost though, right? He could go and like, you know what? All right, everybody talking about my Hairgrease stuff. All right, come on, Shakur, let's go ahead and get it in. I got you next in 2 months.
But he can't make a lapse of judgment against Shakur.
Yeah, but I'm saying he could make up for this.
He can.
But hey,
thanks Ryan for coming in. Appreciate you, bro.
You gotta hand Roach that belt first.
Well, what I was gonna say is there are some who I know feel that Roach should have won the fight regardless of the knockdown. So that's still at play as well. That 10-8 would have certainly made the difference as far as what the scorecards ended up being, with two of them being 114.
The judges was going to cook it even still.
Yeah. That one,
unless the judges
Natalie Bird
got the Canelo treatment, bro. The first 4 rounds automatically, just in case you get cut.
Yeah.
Oh man, come on, bro. It is not even necessary. You know what? No, F all that, bro. This is who Tank is, man. Because his last 3, 4, 5 fights, this is what he's done. You know, he come out real slow, maybe throws 2 or 3 punches, just down. They start telling stories while he's moving around. You know what I'm saying? And then he just banks on him being able to catch somebody. This is who he's become since he's been getting them checks, and this is who he's become. The hunger might not be there no more, and if it ain't, then bro, just let it go, man. But I feel like you gotta do the right thing and give Roach earn that, or the commission gotta do the right thing. Go ahead and award Roach the belt and make that a 10-8 round, and back to the drawing board.
Well, he can face us and talk about it, give us a reason to move past it, because right now, if he just stays quiet about it or gives us that hair excuse, that's not good enough. That's very, very bad for his legacy if this is where we're going with it.
Roach was a 130-pounder, bro.
Hey, you know anything what Champ Ross is asking?
That's true. Yeah, I didn't catch that right there. What Champ mentions.
I didn't either, right?
Oh well, I don't know.
Shakur was in the audience. Shakur was there. He was eyeballing it.
Jake Paul was there. Shakur was there. Pitbull was there.
Yeah, they had a lot of people out there.
None of that matters though. He got to run it back. We demand that they either run it back with Roach, or Roach is awarded the title. You got to correct this. Didn't somebody smoke some weed not too long ago, and then they go in there and take the win from them, take it off the record when we've had other people who use steroids and they've never done that before?
Yeah.
So you got to correct that.
How do we get this far? How did
No,
they let
you're right.
the next round? I'm still trying to figure this out.
It's unfortunate because of course boxing is different than sort of the team sports. You know, any of those individual sports, like not getting this victory in this contest for Lamont Roach. That's huge because who knows what the next fight is going to go like? Who knows what his body is going to be like for this next fight? You know, that type stuff right here. So in the sport of boxing, when you get robbed or something doesn't go your way and it should have gone your way, it's like that's one of those that is just like it's hard to get that back, you know.
Man, listen, I ain't surprised about nothing. Elon Musk kid picked a booger out his nose and put it on the presidential desk on TV. So if something like that can happen, anything can happen.
You're right. It's crazy out here, man.
And Boogergate in the same week, bro.
It's crazy out here.
Look, guys, I've been on for an hour. My first day back. I'm out of here. I appreciate.
Hey, keep us posted, man. With the
wins,
all that.
Who knows? Maybe I can check in that night. Well, maybe we can do something special. I'll check in real quick, 5-10 minutes or something.
Where's it going down? 2300 Arena?
Yeah.
You know, I've been to a couple of Garcia shows there, but you know, I don't know about this one though. This weekend coming up.
Yeah, the 8th.
Hey, you got Danny
I had to see what's up.
You got his rap track?
Huh?
His what?
Tim, you got Danny's rap track?
I
he got the track.
Out.
Yeah, he raps shit.
Hey, you gotta hear that track, man. It got some.
It's all right.
Yeah, straight.
Yeah.
Hey, I got bars. That's another story though. I'll get with y'all.
All right.
All right. But look, I'm out, yo. We'll stay in contact, and definitely next week, the next day, we'll do this again.
Yes, sir.
All right, see you, Tim.
All right, later.
Tim.
Now, so what other fight didn't we talk about?
We didn't really. We talked a little. We covered Gary Antoine.
Man, bro.
What else? Oh, we didn't cover.
Yeah, I was gonna mention. I wanted to mention it when Tim was on here, but because Julian Williams, you know, we were talking about the J-Rock fight. Well, another one, Jarrett Hurd, J-Rock of the same class, and man, Jarrett Hurd. I'm glad he retired after that one because that was not a good one right there for him. He just took a lot of damage and all of that stuff, and I think you see how certain classes, okay, they're hitting that point. You know what I'm saying? It was like, hey, it might just be time.
It's like the new generation, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Getting rid of the OGs.
The old lion and the young lion, they kill each other. That's usually how.
Make no mistake about it. It's a young man sport.
Yeah.
Make no mistake about it.
You know what, man? Both of those dudes have been in wars, bro. Like,
right.
I know J-Rock. I know he's big into like real estate and stuff like that. I remember hearing him talk about, you know, how he was managing his money to get his stuff right for after boxing. You know what I mean? That's why I always encourage or I bring those things up. Because at some point, man, you might be able, you get to the point where your reflexes don't work no more. You might see a shot and can't let it go because your body won't respond. You got to let it go before you, permanent damage. You know what I mean?
You know,
you got 60 years to live, at least 60.
Yeah. You're right. And that was a world title shot. Hey, he didn't get it. So, hey, sometimes, you got to let him know. Look at those outside benches. I know what Jarrett Hurd, it's good that he decided to call it as well. He got a gym out here. Swift Nation Boxing, you know, so he's in that phase. So he's got other outside interests and stuff that he can, you know, work on and focus on as well. So, you know, respect to that. Sometimes, you know, that time comes right there in the sports world.
Shoot, y'all could really get it cracking in DC, bro. I've seen where 4,000 additional homes went up for sale around DC. Man, could you imagine being in the real estate up there?
Man, yeah,
you could make some money right there to set your family and your family's family together if you was to get in on something like that.
Yeah, some fairly expensive real estate, but yeah, you're right there. Yeah, it's we could see a shift here.
Yeah, it's gonna be a shift. DC used to be Chocolate City. I ain't gonna lie. I remember growing up, I heard DC was Chocolate City, but when I went there to go work on them imaging equipment, I was like, hold up.
Hey, I say it's Vanilla Bean City.
Starbucks and standard poodles with manicured coats walking around this motherfucker. You feel me?
Yeah, Vanilla Bean City is what it's called now.
Yeah. Go-go music all but disappeared. You know what I'm saying? You got it on one corner next to Howard University. You don't hear it nowhere else.
Yeah, that one little joke. It's one of those things there, you know. But yeah, we'll see how the scene evolves here. But yeah, heard out here. But we still have a lot of good young fighters. There were some young fighters on the actual preliminary bouts that were on YouTube for PBC. A couple of them out of the area there. David Whitmire and then Derek Davis, Scooter Davis right there. A high potential right there for sure. One of my Headbangers gym, one of my Triple Threat gym there with Andrew Council used to be a fighter. And then Nashi Smith, who we interviewed a good while back. He was supposed to fight on there, but his opponent didn't show up. So Sugar Sheed, yeah, his opponent didn't show up, so he didn't get to fight, unfortunately. But he said he's going to be fighting on a March 22nd card that's going to be in Las Vegas. I don't know which one it is, but it could be that one where I know Jesus Ramos is fighting on some card here in March. It might be that card. I can't remember who the headliner is, though. But yeah, some good prospects are out of the area there. I can tell you that for sure.
Bro, listen, man. I can't get it. We spend this time about we gotta talk about Roach, bro.
Yeah,
he's done more. He's done more than earn his respect. More than
no doubt about it.
Coming up from 130. So I'm saying like this. Okay, I can see Roach most certainly being able to compete. He could compete with Shakur, no doubt about it. He could compete with him. You know, Shakur and him could have fought at 130, right?
Yeah.
See, okay, so I think he definitely could compete with Shakur. I know he could definitely compete with Loma. He could probably everybody at 135, as a matter of fact.
Yeah,
I don't think there's nobody out there at 135 that he couldn't get in there with and do something to him.
So yeah, it's interesting because he still holds the title at 130. So maybe depending on if a rematch is immediate, maybe that happens, and we'll see if he ends up going down. You know how some section anybody they'll strip you of a title. I guess time will tell here over the course of the next few months what is going to happen, whether it's going to be an immediate rematch, whether he goes down or there's some time in between or whatnot. But you're right. I think he can compete there, and just kind of seeing him here in the mix. And I can tell you, yeah, definitely because he's one of those guys, even though I've seen him here in and around it, he seems to certainly stand on business right there. He was counted out coming into this contest, and I'll admit, like you, I was one of the ones I thought Tank's power would eventually get to him, and it didn't happen. I think this was probably his most premier performance in showing that, hey, it doesn't matter what you have thrown up against me, I'm ready for this particular contest. This is the one that he was not expected. I think if you probably polled the world, 95% would have been saying that Tank was going to win this, 95% or more at that. And I thought this was like the best performance here for Lamar Roach. And he was using actual tactics there to keep Tank tamed right there. Tank didn't get the opportunity to really kind of go off like we've seen with some of the other guys, you know what I'm saying?
Good fundamentals, man.
And when he tried to, he got caught, you know?
He had him on stanky legs a couple times. I ain't afraid to say it. I know if a pit bull or somebody had him stunned like that, that would be the headlines. Would it not? That would be the headlines.
The rematch would be a more aggressive fight too, man. I think they were very cautious of each other's power. You know, both of them.
And they've been in the ring with each other twice already, bro. They fought twice in the amateur. So Coach wasn't scared of him.
No doubt.
Nick respected him. We saw the respect that was given. And I appreciate it, but they got to make it right, man. He's the champion, or no contest. Something got to happen. I think they got to award him the victory. That's my perspective. They should correct the scorecard and award him the victory. There's nothing that can really be challenged about that. And then if they don't do that, man, give him a Keyshawn Davis fight, bro. I can see him and Keyshawn getting in there and mixing it up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. Hey, that kind of factors in there. But you got Roach Yeah, that familiarity, all that stuff. Roach, wasn't coming in there shook or anything. He was being serious in that sense. So, and at the gym, no excuse gym there, his father, who was a trainer, Lamont Roach Sr., they have some dogs in that gym, some guys who are definitely we're gonna see here in the future for sure on that main stage for sure. So the competition is there, all that good stuff. So I think he was ready and he showed it.
Yeah. Hey, we're off of what Rodolfo was just saying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, see, that right there, I tell you about somebody's mindset. You know how I'm always asking about, rank the three things, the legacy, the money, and the belts. There's some people who got money first. It's not nothing wrong with that because it's prize fighting. There's some people that got money first and they willing to do certain things that may not be, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, dignified per se. You feel me? You know
we got Raheem
in the house.
Salute there, Raheem. Raheem.
I don't like that. Would you think he's fighting Jake Paul next?
Yeah. That wouldn't seem to make sense. But yeah, I didn't know that. I wanted to catch the presser. I meant to catch the presser, but yeah, he says he's got something bigger coming up next. So that means that he's kind of had some in plans, kind of looking past. You could argue.
Well, it sounds like there's something that was coming up. Didn't have nothing to do with fighting any one of the three people that we want to see him fight. So what's going on? You know what I'm saying? My man is selling out arenas, but you ain't got no plans of really getting in there with somebody that could do that.
Right. No.
We can't support that. You can't be the face of boxing if that's the case. You could be the face of exhibitions. Shoot, you and Ryan could go over there and run that whole kingdom. All of it.
Yeah.
But we want real fights over here, bro.
That's interesting. Yeah, we got
Ryan coming up.
Pay $80 for that.
Right.
$80.
That's true.
Well, that's economic. That's economic money that you made right there. Over 19,000 in the seats. People, we don't know what the pay-per-view numbers are. They're probably going to be crazy. You know what I'm saying? You made a lot of money right there, my guy. Do right by the sport. There's people that would love to be in your position. Just do right by the sport.
Yeah. Yeah, that Jake Paul one doesn't make sense right there. Just given the size, and although Tank, of course, he has power. I've heard stories, people mentioning, him dropping bigger guys and all that stuff who are like heavyweight, 200-pound plus and all that stuff. But yeah, it would most certainly just be for the money, and that will make you kind of
like still on Big Show in WWE or something.
Yeah, it make you question like, the overall intent of that contest as well, or the truthfulness of it, I guess you could say, because it's like Jake Paul is at freaking heavyweight, cruiserweight and heavyweight at the very least, and Tank is 135 pounder. So
making a mockery of the sport. That's what I don't like about the Jake Paul situation.
Old man and little guys.
Jake Paul says something to the effect of, man, I've been wanting to do this my whole life. No, you ain't. The people who want to do it their whole life been boxing since they was 5. That's why I was so pissed off about him getting a fight with Mike Tyson. Talk about I've always wanted to fight Mike. No, you ain't.
Right.
Nobody didn't want to. People didn't want to even see Mike walking down the street.
Yeah, you weren't born when Tyson was actually on his title.
They had a picture of Jake Paul as a kid with Mike Tyson. Did you guys see that? There's a picture, bro. I don't know if it's a bullshit picture. That's why I'm asking. Everybody in the audience knows, but yeah.
So realistically, him saying he always wanted to fight Mike Tyson when Mike Tyson had the world title in '86, lost in '91. Jake Paul was 27, 28 or something like that.
No, he's young, but
interesting.
Yeah, but I don't know if he had the privilege of like visiting his gym with his family. You know what I'm saying? As a little kid.
I don't know. He's from Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah, I wonder if Tyson did
He's famous from Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
They're from Puerto Rico, I think.
I know that's where he lives now, out there in Dorado. I know where Dorado is. As a matter of fact, been out there. Got a buddy out there.
Yeah, man, but I don't know. I just don't. If y'all want to do the WWE stuff, you know what I'm saying, go do that. Like, $80 per view, bro.
Yeah, of course, if he does Jake Paul, then unless it's Netflix is going to be pay-per-view too, you know.
Yeah, they're starting to do live events. I know that. So what they need a big name or something. Like, dang, didn't Turkey offer Tank like a lot of bread to do?
Yeah. Hey, shout out to my cousin, man, Nick. He's an Army veteran. He's my cousin.
Where's Nick?
El Paso. I took him to the fights with me, man. He experienced Stephanie Hahn, and the whole experience was nice, man. Shout out to my cousin.
Cool.
Yeah. And we're in the same spots, man. Years later, bro. He was in Korea and Afghanistan, so it's kind of cool, bro.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, he worked on.
I've been to all those places as well. So me and Skywalker both know. So that's crazy to see that somebody else coming behind
that's my
us.
little cousin. Yeah, that's my little cousin. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh yeah. I never got to go to Korea. That would have been cool though.
Ooh, Korea was a good time. Let me tell you.
Oh, yeah, I was out there in Japan though. Cut up.
Oh, hey, listen, I used to envy some of the dudes in Japan because my homeboys were like, "Yeah, man, Shorty's was out there buying dudes cars, bro, like old cars." I was like, "Yo, they buying y'all cars out there?"
Yeah, I didn't get
going over here.
They didn't buy me a car. I did get to drive car while I was out there though, you know.
It's something about the way people worship hip hop is it just do it for you when you go overseas.
Oh, I got some old pictures of me out there with the bathing ape, you know, just dripped out. You know what I'm saying? This is the time of the throwbacks, you know, all that good stuff right there. It's crazy.
Yes, sir. If you could think of it, they could make it.
Yeah, LRG. I was on that LRG. You remember LRG? That was hitting off too.
Throwbacks, FUBUs.
You know what? I was buying Jabot jeans, throwback jerseys, bro. Like I had like throwbacks, bro. Like Walter Payton, bro. Like old school.
Oh yeah, you could get those.
Suits made like 3-piece suits for like $100. Like nice.
Yep.
Ones.
Oh yeah.
All the real
I remember get one, but I remember the cat would come through all the time. Like, hey, you got a little fabric thing right there. You get them for the low.
Magazine, tell me kind of fabric.
I've had about 3 or 4 suits made. I know all my dudes. We all had some suits made. That was just something weird. You know what I'm saying? Like that's some mafia shit right there. Yeah, I'm gonna get my suit made. You know what I mean?
I had like the nicest jeans, bro, that in the States that were costing like a grip, bro. I was buying them like $20 a pair, $10 a pair back in the day, like just cheap, bro. Like
the bed sheets,
furs, yes.
Weighted blankets.
In my barracks room, I put those nice like rugs, you know, because if you're in a shitty ass barracks room with fucked up floor, buy a floor that was velour, you know what I'm saying, with the matching sheets.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah,
Clubber Dino.
Tiger blankets, yeah. Whatever kind of blanket you want, huh?
Yeah, I saw cats with them blankets. Yeah, I never did get one of those or the suit. Really,
yeah, Ajima be like, hey, you want young girl? I'll be like, no, bro, I'm good on all
this. Like a big buddy, bro, outside the base, bro, man. They want to talk about, man. They're smart, bro. They know how to market to us, bro, to get our money, bro. Like they know a way to get to our money, bro.
You want young girl? Like what would possess a Korean woman to come up to a military person to ask them if you want young girl?
But like the imitation,
that's where I saw my first human trafficking at age of 18. I was like, wait a minute, something ain't right about this. So I used to holler at the Filipino shorties, right? And I'd be like, yo, so what are you, why are you here doing this? Like, why are you going to the club at nighttime and dancing and trying to get people to buy you juices, which are like orange juice. Why are you doing this? And they told me that they were recruited to be a part of modeling agencies, like that type of stuff. And then they get the girls from their parents and they have their passports and they take the passports from them and them be the girls that be at the club trying to get you to buy them a juice.
You know what's crazy? I mean, them clubs are like right outside the base, man. But when you walk into them, bro, and you like the first time, bro, if you don't get no heads up from anybody else and you end up in one of those clubs, because that's what happened to me, bro. I ended up flying into a hotel in Seoul. It was a Hampton Inn, and they had a McDonald's right in the corner. This is in Yongsan. It's right in Seoul by a base called Yongsan. but we're outside the base, and there's this hill. I didn't know it was called Hooker Hill. You know, I didn't know. So me and my boys, we seen the Golden. They told us we couldn't be out past curfew and all this.
Yep.
We broke the rules. We flew in. We're like, we're not even processed yet. So let's go to McDonald's. So we went to
McDonald's. Know what you're talking about.
Then I see the club that said Club MTV. So I'm like, let's go get a drink real quick. There's some girls standing outside of it, right?
MTV.
This one had Russians. Wow. This one had Russians and Filipinas, bro. And I walked in.
We had them too.
Yo, there was a Russian and a Filipina, and they came up to me and my friend and like buy us a juice. I gave them money, bro. They didn't come back with my change, bro. I gave them a $20 bill, buy them a juice. Yo, no change came back, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, you know,
hey, Skywalker, don't let me find out you gullible,
little cup of juice. You know what I'm saying? A little cup of juice. Sort of like some orange juice in a cup or some shit.
Yeah, bro, you better
that's just that $20 is for them to sit with you, bro, and spend time with you. And then
but they sit there and and
negotiate.
Gas you up.
Yeah, they'll gas you up, bro. They get you.
Bro, I've seen so many dudes.
So they'll get you to buy them a bunch of those juices that are $20 a pop. Then they'll offer another service.
Yeah, you gotta buy the bar tab out. It's like $1,200 to buy the bar tab, bro. I see so many.
My cousin Nick, he knows because my cousin followed in my footsteps, man. He was in the same place.
Straight suckers, bro. They're straight suckers, man. As soon as that paycheck come in, they run downtown to go buy a bar night. They don't get nothing from it. All they get to do is walk the girls around the other clubs.
I was in a combat arms spot, bro. It's all males. There ain't no females. On crazy. No females.
Bro, people was going broke over there, man. Them girls, they be gassing them up, dude. I seen, man, dude. There was this one. I gotta tell you the last story about that one. Had a homeboy, man. He was a church going dude. Like he went to apostolic churches. He never smoked, never drank a day in his life, bro. Juicy girls turned him out, bro. This dude ended up smoking, drinking. He got an Article 15. He used a company card to like pay for her passport and tried to. She told him she was pregnant with his baby, and she did him greasy, bro. This mug, dude, bro, ruined his
NCO, bro. That was in love with one. So my friends, we all plotted. They all plotted, not me, but they all did. They all smashed their NCO that was a dick to him. His NCO, he was an E6, man. He'd always make him do push-ups and all that shit. So he fell in love with one in the Ville. So the soldiers ended up smashing on her, taking pictures. They posted in the CQ board, bro, her naked. And NCO started crying, bro. He was there, you know, the boarding time. They were going to do PT. He came down, and on the board, they had pictures of her sprawled out, and they put it on the CQ board when you're walking out the door to go to formation. So everybody's seen this naked girl on the wall, and he started crying, bro. They really got to that fucking NCO's head, bro. It's crazy.
Damn,
that's crazy right there, man. That's crazy.
He was all in love. He's trying to buy her from Ajima. He got to buy her contract up.
Ajima.
Yeah, because they're basically hookers, man. You know, so you can't fall in love with a hooker guy. You know what I mean?
Bro, I don't know.
Thousands. These guys would pay thousands, bro. Like these guys would get scammed by these older Korean mafia. You know,
your strip club is.
You know, they're like, give her her passport, you can marry her and everything, but we're gonna want 10 or 20,000. You know, shit like that. A lot of suckers that yeah, and these dudes do that shit for these girls, bro, to get them out of prostitution. I mean, some fall in love and maybe, you know, it works out for them. I don't know. You know, I never got the updates, you know what I'm saying, for these guys that did it. But
Skywalker, man, I know you know at least 20 dudes who done got.
I knew like at least 10 guys that were in love with them girls, bro, out there. There's no girls out there. All males, man. Yeah, I mean, the only girls you would see, man, they were like queens for the year, we would call them, man. There was only a few because we're a combat arms post. The only time there might be a few in a supply unit, a few of the medical, you know what I mean? But pretty much all the battalions were all combat. You know, at the time, we didn't have females in combat. Now they do. You know what I mean? So I was in a different era. You know?
Nick got bro. Nick said he said he would have ran it up. He ran the bill up and then said it wasn't him.
That's insane.
Oh man, dang, bro, you ran the bill up and then. No, Josh, man, I don't know. There's a lot of unethical stuff that happens out here.
It is.
Baseball, they do human trafficking to get Cubans on their team. We see it in boxing, the same thing.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot of unethical stuff happening out here. So
Yeah.
I
The
feel like
military used to try to crack down on it. They would send out like MPs, like they would call them S5, and they would send them out to the bill. And every time they come in the club, the DJ would like scratch it or like to give everybody a signal to stop doing what they're doing.
Josh, did y'all have curfew in Japan?
Yeah, you had a red card and a gold card.
That's right, because the Marines went over there and did something they wasn't supposed to be doing that they usually do.
Yeah, red card you had to be in by 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. And the gold card you could be out for 24 hours.
Y'all were the reason why we had the curfew. Now that I remember, it just came back to me.
It was there when I got there.
Yeah, we figured out how to get around it though.
I used to break the curfew. I used to act like an officer because at the time I was dating a Korean, so I'd stay off the bait, break the rules all the time. So I'd run on base in the morning, like before the formation, all early, butt crack of dawn through the base. And I used to salute, bro. I would get away with that shit. I used to think I was because only officers lived off base, were allowed to live off base. You know what I mean?
Bro, we ran.
I used to think the front like I was an officer. I'd run and salute every morning, and they got used to me, the guards and shit, the MPs. Did that shit for a long time until I got caught. And then when I got caught, man, they put me on a lockdown, bro. I couldn't leave my barracks, bro. You know what I mean? They would check on me and shit. So I would sneak out even then, bro. I would sneak out, bro. And I ran into my NCOs at a club, bro, 2 hours south. I tried to party down south thinking that they wouldn't be there. And they were in the same fucking club, bro. I don't know how the hell that happened, bro. I broke the rules one night, bro. And my damn NCO, my chief, that's why, because I was artillery, you know what I mean? And my chief was there and all the NCOs. And I walked in the club and they see me, bro. They were all sitting there.
What they gonna say, bro? They in there with you. That's what's going on with the whole.
We didn't party that night, but man, like I got away with it, you know, because we were. And
that's why all the Epstein files are redacted. It's like,
right.
Bro, you was up in there with me.
Because I was scared to get caught, so I went 2 hours south, and sure enough, their ass was in the same club.
Yeah, and you better not say nothing. If you say something,
bro.
Just when you get the knock on the door, you better not say nothing.
Yeah,
and rules don't exist, man. We just choose to follow them. That's all.
I see my sergeant major, my command sergeant major upstairs in one of those getting some, bro. You know what I mean? And he seen me, and I went to parade rest in the club. He goes, "You didn't see me." He goes like that. Get out of parade rest. He was telling me like I went like that. I snapped back. I was like, "Steal!" Oh yeah, that was our little motto. We would say, "Steal." You know.
It's wrong. Hey.
Or general,
you weren't here. That's the Jedi mind. You weren't here. That's it.
That's crazy.
For the whole, he was a whole battalion command sergeant major, man. Ran like fucking 1,500 troops, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, Josh, was you already married or something by the time you got to the military?
No, I wasn't married. You know, I was in Japan, and then I ended up going to North Carolina. Of course, didn't deploy. Well, I deployed Japan and all that good stuff right there. You know, it's some wild stuff, man.
Yeah, but I have all of my photos from that time period, and I have evidence. I've always had evidence. I have videos of everything. I went home on leave. And I was telling people about it. And it was like, man, you lying, bro. I was like, man, you ever know me to lie about something? I always told you like it was, right? I said, all right, bet. So after that, I was like the original Girls Gone Wild dude. Every country I was in, I was filming it. I was taking pictures. I was learning stuff because I'd be like, hey, I tell the story and I got the evidence to go with it. Be like, oh, I want to go over there. I'm like, yeah, you should go over there for real. You should. You should absolutely go. Anybody listen to us, if you got a passport, if you don't got one, get one, and you need to just go. You need to go. You need to go see what's cracking over in other countries and see why we need to get it right here.
You know what I'm heartbroken about, bro? In the military, you get a lot of awards and shit. Like when you leave places, they give you like they gave me some Tomahawks with the 2ID, the 2nd Infantry, you know.
Oh yeah.
2nd Airborne with the wings, you know, like these plaques and. You know, like they have, you know, off base, you get a lot of stuff made, bro. Or even coin collections from NCOs. You're doing a good job. a command sergeant major sees you or a general sees you doing a good job, they give you a coin. Those coins, I had all that shit, bro. But my ex, dude, fucking when I broke up, all that shit went in the trash, bro. Like I lost all my stuff, bro. Pretty
I would
much.
have caught a case over that one.
Bro, I lost everything, dude.
I would have had to register as a woman beater off of that one. Mr. Johnson,
I had a nice little coin collection. I had, you know what I mean? Dude, I lost it all, bro.
Yeah, that's jacked up. Pretty jacked up right there.
Josh, what you got going on this week?
Man, hey, I can tell you offline for sure.
Oh, okay.
I can tell you offline. Yeah, it's crazy. I will say that. It's pretty crazy.
I see a lot of your videos, bro. You spend some time editing, huh, Josh? You're making some nice videos.
Oh yeah. On that tip, I got a couple of things that I have out there that I need to finish again. But I'm gonna do a show on Wednesday. I still haven't solidified exactly what it is. It's gonna be history focused. It's gonna be at 7 p.m. So I have that going. Just released a couple of things. I have a couple in tow, and I just need to finish the sort of scripting of it. And I'm working on some other things as well, sort of outside of just the boxing stuff there in general. Because, moves got to be made out here,
Yeah. We've been doing a lot of interviews, man. I've been getting more and more, and we just got to keep building, man. It's crazy, man, the different kind of people we've been having on, man.
Bro. Bro, we interviewed a dude. He's a Louis Vuitton runway model, bro, and he boxes. We used to work with BBC.
And he's with 21 Savage. He does him and his twin brother. They were signed by PBC back when COVID hit. I don't know if you know the Barrientos brothers. Angel Barrientos, AK-47. His brother's 50 cal, bro. That's the funny thing that Poppy was.
Dude is a Louis Vuitton runway model, bro, and he boxes and he good.
Oh yeah,
I was like, hey, man, I've been to Milan before, bro. You got to be careful, man. They get down out there.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute. Oh, you a boxer? You good? What are you cool?
Yeah,
that's crazy. Clubber D in the mix. What's up?
What up, fellas? I just missed all the fun stories about being overseas and stuff. I'm like, damn, man.
Oh yeah, bro.
I wish I went to Korea. I went to the Persian Gulf, so I ain't experienced none of that.
I've been to that place too.
I was in Dubai, Bahrain. We did a little Greece and Turkey, Crete, places like that. When you said about was it Juicy Girls?
Yeah, that's what they call Juicy Girls.
that reminded me of my first time in Dubai. Like, saying you party in them, but like the hotels and stuff. So I'm in the hotel. I'm like 18, 19 years old. This Russian chick comes talking to me. She's like, "Oh yeah, you look good. You look good. Okay, yeah. Thinking I'm fly. Got my little pele on. Looking, fresh. I just finished Harlem Shake on the dance floor. I'm like, hey, you got any girls for my friends over there? Then she like, just like that, surrounded by number like Russian prostitutes and stuff. And one of older pedals like, yeah, these hoes, right? I was like, oh really, man? I thought I looked good. I had no idea. She's like, yeah, we go upstairs, buy some champagne. We go to the room, $100 bottle. I was like, why not a Corona? So naive. I didn't go up there though.
Yeah. Hey, it happened to the best of us, bro.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Crazy.
It's different, man. You just have to go overseas. You just gotta experience it. You gotta eat the food.
Oh yeah.
See what's up.
Hey, I forgot to tell you guys, I had a little news about my uncle Bobby Chacon. That's my cousin Nick Chacon that's in the chat. I got in connection with the family in California. The thing is, our family is separated, you know what I'm saying, from that side. And he also had a stepfather, you know what I'm saying, and a whole, you know what I mean? There's a whole family. So we got cousins that I'm meeting online now.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we're sharing pictures. They never knew their great-grandfather, and stuff like that. So it's I was raised by him, so I have stories. And my cousin, that was his grandfather as well. And yeah, man, it's just a trip, bro. But yeah, I'm kind of making that connection, you know what I mean? Because social media days, my family at first told me not to do it because there was issues between my, Bobby's father, and you know what I'm saying? Like they wouldn't like us because of what he did. He had left his family and stuff like that. But so now it's kind of cool. They don't really care. They're just happy to know that, they have family in Texas and
oh yeah,
like that.
Bro, black people have already solved all these problems. You know what we call those family reunions.
yeah.
Everybody get together in the family. You got some fried chicken. You got all the good food. All the drink, you got music, and people wear T-shirts and stuff like that.
Man, the matching T-shirt.
Yeah, we wear T-shirts and like whatever your family's name is, the elders, you wear that name on there. So y'all, that's why it's important to share culture. You get what I'm saying?
No, it's a good thing for sure.
Yeah,
you fix that.
It's my Theo Bobby, and that's my grandfather's first wife right there, Gloria.
Okay.
That's my uncle, when he was in the sixth state. You know what I mean? That's what those 15 rounds of boxing would, did to him. Kind of tell he looked a little lost. He had that dementia really bad. But yeah, kind of cool sharing photos with me and stuff like that.
That's what's up. Yeah, I know y'all. I know y'all touched. I know y'all touched on this earlier, but during the Gary Anton Russell fight, did y'all get nervous in the last minute or two when he was just
bro, he was out of there.
Like, I was like, bro, chill, you won this fight. You won it. Chill. You were getting clipped left and right. Like, chill.
Yeah. He got
me.
I heard Russell.
His brother did a good job.
I heard his brother say, "Hey, man, just get in there, do everything off the belts, man." You know what I'm saying? They told him take it easy, but however he trained during his training camp was, we're not giving an inch. If he hits you, you take that back immediately. We're not leaving nothing for interpretation, and that's how he fought. And honestly, it shouldn't even got to that part where he got caught like that. Robert Garcia should have thrown the towel in, my dude. Like, this dude, he beat something. He's never gonna be the same. Him getting hit that many times and not being able to see none of them.
His neck, the way his neck was going back like this, bro, I say, God,
that's a retirement type whooping.
Well, he did say that he has nothing special, so that's that's that karma kicking in. Already saying he wants to fight secure. After
them the Hotep dudes, man, they different, bro. I'm telling you, the Hotep dudes is different. They be business. There's a reason why Tank probably ended up training with some people from DC. You got to get in there with them type of fighters in order to fight them. Otherwise, you finna get dog walked.
Tank just don't want to listen. He was just not even paying attention to his corner. I said, Lord have mercy. Like, he's looking the other way talking, and then they like, he's, what?
And you know them kids.
It's round 12. Like, what do you mean it's round 12? Where you been?
You ever been to school and you met a kid that talked back to their mama?
Yeah.
They get to cuss around them and ain't nothing but a kid.
Yeah, crazy.
You gotta belt ass. You got to. These people, they need some guidance out here, man.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Reason I only put that Jake Paul stuff in there is because he said the person he was going to fight was at the place, and I doubt it was going to be Pitbull. I doubt it's not going to be secure. You know what I'm saying? So I figured he's trying to get some money, and they kind of already said they're not going to do the rematch so fast. So I figured it'd be some funky business like some Jake Paul or somebody like that. Just to put his name up there again and have people thinking it'd be a fight. So
what are we doing though? Are we being a professional and we're dabbling in WWE style stuff? Is that how that works?
That's pretty much. I mean,
for the money.
Turkey saved us from Canelo doing it. You know what I'm saying? And maybe Tank saw that money and figured was like, man, I can make that money because he's anti-Turkey.
Dang, I hate to say this, but Canelo ain't never went and took no knee and got up and got a facial in the middle of the fight.
Hey, sometimes that blue magic, though, that cocoa butter that slides up in there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take a knee. You gotta
listen, bro. On behalf of the other people who got all this, we don't condone that type of behavior.
Right.
You gotta wear a protective style in such a manner so as it doesn't bother you while you fight.
I feel you.
You gotta do that. You can't be out here, trying to look like Pippi Longstocking out this motherfucker, and you ain't dead yet, and you sweating, and there's grease going in your eyes. I think that glove, I believe that jab that he hit him with right before then, I think that caused a bit of confusion.
He did get, that was the thing. He did get hit with a shot right before that.
Wait a minute, hold a second. I need to take it. What's going on here? Collie, he just
tell you, nothing he was doing was working. And Lamont Roach, they had the perfect game plan.
bro.
I love that. I love that fight.
He short-circuited somehow.
Crazy.
There's some neurological damage with the jab.
Controversy sells, as they say.
You know who really lost? The people who are gamblers. Vegas cleaned house. That was a clean up on the aisle 3. This is worse than Elon taking over the banking sector.
Imagine if he would have bet on Lamont.
Imagine betting the draw.
My when I was at the shop on Friday, when the bar was low, so he knows Mac, who referees with you, Josh.
Oh, Mac McCadden.
Yeah, he goes there also, and Los was like, "Hey, Lamont looks focused. Don't be surprised it goes the whole way." I said, I wouldn't be shocked either. And then I was like, man, I should have jumped on FanDuel and did something, but
no, you're right.
Man, I had Roach winning by 2 rounds without even needing a knockdown. Bro.
Oh, me too.
That's what's crazy.
Easy.
I thought it was be a split. I thought they might do a draw, but I thought it'd be a split. And I was gonna give it to Roach. I had him by 2. I mean, you cannot give Tank early rounds if he lands one punch. I don't understand that, and Roach lands 3 or 4. It just, I don't know.
His defense tight too,
But Roach was cracking Tank, man.
Oh,
he was cracking him.
Stopped him in his path a couple times.
Stumbling, he had him stumbling and just
That's why no Haney fight, no Shakur fight. You don't want to see him fighting certain type of fighters. And Frank Martin, they're like, well, he fought Frank Martin. He's a black people. Frank Martin picked up box cards with like 17, 18. So Roach knows when they fought before in amateurs. So
matchmaking, matchmaking at its best. And when you matchmake somebody into fame, and then you try to act like that they the best at something, that's not the way. You gotta get in there and you gotta get to it. You gotta go through it and be a man about it. That's what we respect out here. This matchmaking stuff is for the birds.
Mm-hmm.
We got people in the top 4, top 5. Who gonna get at Cepeda? Who wants some of that work?
He don't want, but he turned down Shakur. He wants Farmer again, or he had an injury.
Yeah, I heard they were going to rematch.
Yeah, he's on the undercard of what you call it. So
Ross said Willis was
yeah, Chuck Ross is funny. Who's Uncle
Tevin Farmer cousin?
Oh my God, not the glitch. Hey, don't he got a glass eye? Don't Willis got a glass eye? Don't he, one of Willis fake?
Oh no,
we on the escalator straight to hell.
Oh,
he's got the
Josh, man, that can't be right, bro. Right?
No, you can do that. What he can see?
Just tell me, bro. Tell me y'all got some requirements on vision.
You don't do a vision test or anything, but really just got to do a background check, and you got to do like.
That's like being able to drive a car and you ain't got no training.
You get your training there real time, getting around
2 fingers.
Somebody, hey, I don't like what he did, but I also I'm not okay with them trying to pin it all on my guy, bro. Because those scorecards was bogus as hell, and everybody know it. So
that still factors in too.
Yeah, I don't want to see him be the fall guy, but he got to get some of these jokes too. It's only fair because they robbed the fans and they robbed the casuals. Mm-hmm. Everybody was robbed here. The bettors, Lamont. This feels like evil.
Evil.
It feels like evil, bro. Like what is happening right now?
It's like last week with Caballero and Zhang when he's about to stop them for the count. He's like, no, keep fighting. Like, what? Wait a minute. That was a knockdown.
Right.
So at least Lamont earned a lot of fans that night in the arena and worldwide whoever tapped in. That's one thing I'm happy at. You got some respect that night.
No respect for him, bro. I mean, I did the best I could to make sure I gave Lamont Roach his props prior to me making my pick. That's the best I can do for you because I believe what I believed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I still gave him his props. A whole lot of people wasn't doing that. I said that Lamont was going to be a problem for him. Same way I said about Shakur. I said, "Oh boy, he's finna come in here. He going kamikaze, and he gonna go in there and try to do whatever he can." And Shakur, and he's definitely ready.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I was right. I feel like I was on the right side of that.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Lamont showed the world that, you know, it doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying, how hyped they're going to hype up somebody. It's all about skills. Skills pay the bills. And, and I got a little nervous that the just being on that stage would get to him, but it didn't matter him at all. It's like he was built for this. Trained for it, built for it, and, you know, he handled his business. And it's just a shame that we had to see a draw when we all know damn well he won that fight.
Right.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate piece of it right there. Yeah, running it back is that. Yeah, that's cool and all, but man, getting it right, that matters more.
Can they correct that? I mean, I feel like if you can go and take a win off of somebody's record and you can make something a no contest, I feel like if you have clear,
you know, remember that girl that came on that we interviewed? She did that. Remember, she disputed one of her contests that she was robbed in Mexico. They robbed her.
Right.
She had a board review it, and they actually reversed it, and that was on Camilla Panada. You remember Camilla?
Yeah, I remember Camilla.
Yeah, it was Camilla that reversal happened. She got robbed in a fight too, in a crooked fight in Mexico. And you go back and watch film, and it's like, yeah, she won clearly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I mean,
so she had them do a review, man, and they reversed it. So it's kind of cool.
The HH Diva, Franchon Desir's Cruz.
Oh, yeah,
cut her hair that fight,
right?
Yeah. That drug test came.
She fought Alejandro. It wasn't Alejandro. She fought Alejandro.
Yeah.
Alejandro.
It looked like a guy beating a girl in that fight, man. It really did. We pulled her hair extension off. And,
that's why they had to cut that joint, right?
Yeah, that was a rough fight.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, so they can make changes, especially after they. Yeah, I mean, they review things. I mean, we'll see, you know, because we've seen some that were glaring, seemingly glaring, like that should have gone the other way, and they haven't changed them though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
which is crazy.
He was all the way across the ring when he was hitting the Colin Kaepernick.
Didn't he start going 1-2? Didn't he start? He started doing it, and then, you know.
Hey, Devin Haney got his shit reversed too.
Yeah. So there's the precedent has already been set. So if you got a precedent, then you got to follow. That's how the Supreme Court is supposed to work.
That soul glow got in his eye also, so he got a little discombobulated when Tank took that knee. He said, "Oh Jesus," you know, he got a little discombobulated.
I like the way, you know, I like a lot of his previous fights. You know what I'm saying? I know that you know, a lot of people question who's been on his resume and how many world titles does he have. I hear all the criticism. I used to just enjoy the knockouts, man. I would like the patience. I would like that style that he had, bro. But Lamont just proved that he was just that good, man. I can't really discredit Tank, man. Like, he really, you know, like this is his first bad performance, I think, man. You know what I mean?
You don't worry about it.
A lot of people said Pitbull Cruz was controversial too. And Cruz came to fight when he fought.
He broke his hand, though, I think.
Yeah, he broke, and he showed his hand too after the fight. So a lot of people gave him respect for that. They're like, "Damn, you fought like that with that hand swelling up." So, man, I think he can rebound if he has another good ass fight, man, good knockout. But he's got to fight someone that's you know, a good name, bro. He needs to fight Shakur or somebody, bro.
Look, we put pressure on him, bro. We was like, "Yo, everybody you fight got a vowel at the end of their name. What's up with it? What's up with it? Everybody got a vowel at the end of their name, right? We need to see you get in, you know, the Floyd Mayweather path. That works, but there was one Floyd. You know
well, my thing, they showed the highlight of him beating Pedraza when he got his first belt. He was what, 23 years old. So we look back then. We, as a fan, I'm like, hey, he about to, man.
Yeah.
Jump forward now. It's like, come on, bro. What have we been doing since then? What have we been?
You went from sniper to diaper.
I just think about the fact we had Tank, Teofimo, Haney, Loma, freaking well, those are the main ones that were all there at the same time, and we wanted to see a combination of them fight. Oh yeah, Ryan was there at the same time too at 135.
Yeah,
So he was in that mix, and we wanted to see like a combination of those fights. And we got Tank versus Ryan. That's the only one there. And
Lomo ducked and gave his belt away because he didn't want to fight Haney, because Haney was interim for like 2 years. He decided to fight Luke Campbell instead. And then they finally gave him the internet belt, I guess, the WBC at that time.
You think so? You think that's the case there? He fought Haney.
Well, they made Lomo the franchise champion.
Yep.
Because
I don't agree with that
franchise Canelo was franchise. He didn't want to fight Charlo.
He got the vacant. Yeah,
they just put in the mills, and he wanted to fight him. Then he wanted to fight Tio, and they were face to face chirping, but it never happened. So
yeah, I don't agree with that franchise belt.
I hate that.
They had to go ahead and snatch that franchise belt off of him too.
Yep.
Hey, that's what we talking about, Skywalker. When they made that El Azteca belt, black people got the right to get in the ring with it. So
I used to always wanted Devin and Tio to fight, bro, and that shit never came to fruition.
That Azteca belt
Same
too.
here.
There was a lot of fights that didn't happen with that whole killer 135. You know what I mean? All them killers at 135. Now they're all bigger. They're at 140, or they fell off, or
they run. They running. Them young lions is at 135. They trying to go to where hey, I'm gonna go up here because these dudes a little older, a little slower.
Keyshawn there ready now.
Yeah. Keyshawn, he ready for everybody, but except Shakur.
Keyshawn and Tank. I'd like to see that one too.
They ain't gonna be able to run from Abdullah.
Hey,
they trying to hide him in the car. I don't know why they do that to my boy. Like, what are they doing?
They ain't gonna be able to do it.
He's back in a month or two.
Ernesto Mercado.
Oh yeah, I want to bring up Tito. I was gonna say Tito.
Man,
another one.
Mercado's cool. There might be some reasons why people are talking that retirement stuff.
I think Mercado 140 though.
140.
Yeah, but he's good to go. Yeah, no, he's legit. You know, so hey, people are there. The fighters are there. So we gotta get them made.
Yep. Make it happen. Can't run too far.
I think that Indian dude, I think he 135 too.
And Gary Antoine got to stay active, man. Like now that he got this win, like man, let's get another fight going in like 3-4 months from now. You know.
Yeah, hopefully that's
PBC. PBC scares me about the activity of their fighters. They fight like once a year. It's
once a year, bro. I'm
terrible.
Yeah.
Somebody said PBC equals phony boxing champion.
We need a unification bout between Puello and Gary Antoine. As a fan, that's the #1 fight right there, bro.
Considering they just fought, it seems like it would be doable. I mean, yeah, both of them just fought on the same card. Seems like it would be doable timing wise. You know what I'm saying? Neither came out hurt from a visible perspective. You know what I'm saying?
The day they fought on, it's a perfect matchup. It's a rematch.
Well, how does that work though? Since Haney is a champion recession. Now that he's becoming active on the second, does he get the WBC belt back? Or
I think Haney's going to 147.
He's 147?
Eventually he's going to do that.
Going to 147.
He had tweeted something about that a little while back. But
so Ramirez fights at 147. Okay. I was wondering about that. Like, okay.
We'll see though, you know, if he does it. But yeah, I think he's eventually going to be there probably sooner rather than later for sure.
Right, Norman. You got... He was undisputed, so he can't.
Bro, man,
skip the line. He can't skip the line now.
Puello is all wrong for Russell. I'm not.
Terrible matchup. I don't like it.
How what Puello was doing, Russell. Bro, I don't know. You know some boxers got each other's number, kind of like how Fury had, Wilder's number, and there's some boxers that just got your number, and I think his style is all wrong for Gary Antoine. I just think it is because he can land his shots and they're so much cleaner from a far longer range.
Because he's a natural counterpuncher there, Puello. That certainly what favored him in the other end. With the aggressive style of Russell, that benefited him in that first contest for sure.
You hit Russell once, he's going to tag you right back.
Box on him, bro. I was just like, I can't believe Russell looking like this.
You can set traps for Russell. They're very easy to set traps for him because you tag him, he's going to come right back at you.
His dad died too. His dad died. He was going through a lot of shit, and I heard that like he wasn't right, bro, for that fight. He wasn't.
Yeah, that was the first fight after he had passed away.
That's kind of what happened to Jared Hurd when his dad passed.
Yeah.
When that J-Rock fight, he's never been the same. And I know y'all talked about it earlier, but like I'm just glad he retired. I know I picked him to win because he's a local guy and I always liked his career. But I just seeing him take that damage like that, I'm like, bro, just stop, man. There's no need for this no more.
Yeah.
But the one Gary put up yesterday was the old one, bro. And that's not the one that fought Puello. So like I think that he would smoke him, bro. I think just based off of what I saw yesterday, because I watched both their fights. Man, bro, like even his counter punches were just, man. Gary Antoine was throwing 3 back, bro, every time.
He's fat, bro. He's ridiculously fast.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it will be interesting. I'm sure he'd come out with some hell intent on riding the ship in this next one for sure.
I got it. I'm putting him to the top of the division right now.
Me too.
140.
Yeah, I got him as the best at 140 right now.
I got him over Richard.
I think because T.O. don't do a lot of activity.
I don't know what he's trying to do. I mean, hearing his name,
probably
that cab driver almost took him out. Like he looked terrible that last fight.
I mean, Cambosis countered him into he balled him up.
Right.
Round 1.
And we saw what happened with Cambosis when he was in with the elite fighter from there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I would take Russell over.
He's got to stay active too, bro.
He active. We on his head.
Yeah, you got to fight in about 3-4 months.
Yeah, I feel like he would. You know, I think it's like Dion mentioned that the PBC thing, man. Yeah, they got to get them dates together, you know, because they don't be having dates planned out. You look at the other promotional sites, there are dates like planned out, like, oh, this is coming up. You see them all the way out. PBC, it's like, I'd imagine if you go on there now, I don't know that there will be a thing listed for what's next, you know.
Fondor is fighting. Like Fondor is finally fighting like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Right, Hitchens,
that'd be good. He's fighting, isn't he fighting somebody pretty soon again? Or negotiating with somebody?
I'm thinking about the future. I'm talking about
Hitchens. Well, I would love to see that.
Russell, man, that'd be a great fight.
He was Tio. He was talking about Teofimo. They were going back and forth, but it never happened.
Tio and Arnold are supposed to fight, and there's an announcement. Well, check out this card, bro. Let me go to this card.
I think they said May 2nd.
And real quick, and I'll just say, I went to my PBC schedule, so they got Saturday, March 22nd, which is Fondor against Cordell Booker and Jose Ramos against Jesus Ramos against Kelvin Salgado, but that's the only thing on their schedule. So it's like they're going like month to month, or even beyond that.
Isn't Keith Thurman fighting?
Yeah, May 2nd. The Teofimo, they set up a card, bro. I'm trying to find
it's in Times Square.
Keith Thurman is a bait and switch.
I thought he's fighting like in Australia somewhere.
They got somebody working right now to replace him.
The Fatal Fury, City of Wolves. It's a ring magazine card, bro. They unveiled
Turkey
Times Square boxing spectacle.
Oh yeah, I remember they had
event placed in the heart of New York City on May 2nd.
So Haney and Garcia are going to be on that.
Ryan Garcia and Rolando Romero, Devin Haney and Jose Carlos Ramirez, Teofimo Lopez and Arnold Barbosa. Those are the 3 headliners.
Somebody better tell them we got weather.
That's a big money card right there. That's just gonna do numbers, man. Fucking
Times Square.
Ryan Garcia. Rolly's funny. Fucking he brings people.
I wouldn't mind going up to check that out.
That's a Friday night. That's a Friday night.
Bro, we have weather events out here.
My birthday's on that Sunday because I'm the 4th. Canelo's the 3rd.
I'll share this to you.
I got one more hour left on my birthday. There's one more.
Salute. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. That's what I'm talking about.
I've been eating all day, bro. Wifey was like, what you want to do? I'm just trying to eat something. Maybe take a nap and then go eat something else. And that's, you know what I'm saying?
No Captain George's.
That's it. I ate good to the motherfucker today.
That's what I'm talking about.
They're launching some kind of it's a video game release also. Something.
Yeah, the Monster's supposed to be fighting that weekend too, but I think that fight's in
jeopardy. I see Rodolfo mentions that in a way he's going to be fighting that same weekend on Sunday. Canelo fights on Saturday. Oh,
so I think they want the Monster to fight Saturday night in LA while Canelo's over in Saudi. I wouldn't know how many of Canelo fans they're gonna fly out to Saudi.
I like that. They found out the roach is hard to get rid of.
Man, I was gonna say something. I'm about to hold on to that one.
That's a good one. That's a good
got
one.
no passport. You ain't going to Saudi.
Oh yeah, you do need that.
They're gonna find a way.
And you better have some manners about yourself.
So that's all 3 that weekend. That's pretty big.
Lions.
Appreciate you, brother. Hey, it's gonna be wild because they might just do like I did the last one, where it's just a select group of 7,000 rich people, like the last one they did, who never always want to see Canelo, or like, oh, Canelo's fight, who's that? It doesn't matter, go. You're some oil tycoon or whatever it is. They got money over there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a different environment,
So the Ring magazine's it's Turkey, right?
Yeah,
he bought it. He bought it, and they revamped it.
Basically a Riyadh card with a different name.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of Riyadh season, it's Ring and Fatal. They're calling it Fatal. Oh, no, that's a video game. They're releasing some video game on PS5 too.
Oh yeah, Fatal Fury. That was a game that was on
Street Fighter type.
I remember that you had
the Wolf
Jagger on there.
Yeah, they're on
Jagger.
There's no way they can have a fight in New York City outside in the middle of this road like that.
They can do it.
I don't know how
to take a lot of money. They can do it
on Times Square.
Only 3 fight card. Only 3 fights. No under
Times Square. That's gonna be interesting.
There ain't no
only 3
way.
fights. Only 3 fights, and it's those 3 main fights. And
I mean, if they do New Year's, New Year's there, they could probably
It's different, but Eddie Hearn did one in the downtown of Tulsa, Oklahoma or something, but that's different, of course, than Manhattan, because that I think it takes a lot of money to be able to shut down a section of.
Yeah, that's wild business. You gonna have motherfuckers out there scrapping. I feel like you need the National Guard to pull that off.
So I think it's free. You can just see it.
Free. Yeah.
Yeah, it says a once in a lifetime event to take place in the heart of New York, May 2nd.
Yes, it's crazy.
This is some
might
World Fair.
Might take the train up there. Might have to do
it's
that.
like some World Fair type shit.
Might have to see what's up. May 2nd.
Commemorate 100 years of boxing. Wait. A century of boxing excellence since it was founded in New York City in 1922. The Ring magazine.
Ring magazine.
Yeah. So
tax write-off.
Yeah, it's but it's not. It's 2025. So we're already past it. 2022 did that to us, but yeah.
Turkey putting on the Ringling Brothers event in Times Square.
Right.
T.O. is going to be the barking seal that hits the beach ball into the basket.
Hey, somebody got to come out dressed like Bill the Butcher. Things in New York.
Yeah, we still on T.O.
Yeah.
It ain't
even though we got punks, we still
barking seal hitting a beach ball into a basket.
Yeah, right.
If you don't make it in on the first shot, we whipping you.
Oh yeah, there is gonna be an Alcatraz fight. That's crazy.
Yeah. Tio was talking about doing that fight. Tio and Hitchison, they were talking about doing that joint at Alcatraz.
Bro, we gotta stop this madness. Why are we having a fight at a prison?
They got money to do it.
They got money, a spectacle.
It turned into Street Fighter, bro. Like, how you go to different spots, that's what they're gonna do.
This is Sparta.
Blood in, blood out. La Unda.
Yeah.
Man, that dude is putting some wild shit together.
Yeah. Was it in Mortal Kombat, bro? You have like the different places you can go travel and fight, bro.
Yeah.
That's what we're almost close to having a Kumite. We're real close to having some blood sport type shit. We got all the different genres that fight.
Bare knuckle back.
Now let's just mix them up.
No, they got they even got this old school like old knights. You're in like an MMA ring.
Yeah, I saw those. I've seen those. Yeah,
that's
inside of a ring. So we got everything.
Thrones fighting and shit like
some medieval times type shit.
Yeah,
pretty much. I saw a dude
crazy.
Hit the guy with a sword, chop him in the guillotine. I was like, "What?"
Balls and see what happened for real.
Oh, little mace joint.
When I covered that bare knuckle BYB, that was a trip, bro. Like,
tell you, man, it's crazy, right?
It kind of reminds me of like Street Fighter type shit. You know what I mean? Like you're the real backyard, bare knuckle type shit. Atmosphere.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Instant action, bare knuckle. Like once you on the line, foot's on the line, and say go, they go straight at it. I'm talking blood and like 3 seconds.
Dude, hey,
The way they make it like a spectacle, you know.
Bro, could you imagine seeing a boxing match on water? Like you
Like
on a pontoon boat that kind of move around a little bit? Oh, I can see somebody.
It happened back in the day.
Yep.
I can see somebody with some sauce going to work on that.
Boat, casino boat, having some fun.
Well, they got car MMA overseas that people there in the car. You got to unbuckle yourself there, bop, 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 go at it, and you know.
Hey man,
that's in the car.
Some of that stuff is just stupid.
Phone booth.
I just came up with something.
Yeah.
Put a ring on some.
The slap contest. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Jesus.
Like,
I've seen ones with the leg shots when we kicking each other in the leg.
Yeah, they just going up with anything.
I mean, they have basketball games on Navy carriers.
Yeah, they have done that. Yeah.
We do that on our fun day or whatever. We'll close the doors or open.
Dude, I remember being on one shooting ball myself out there. They got a little goal out there. You can shoot ball there.
But if you fall down, woo!
Yeah. Oh, you hang it up.
Yeah, you don't notice it.
Flip. Oh yeah, that's
you
it.
fall in that water, it's a wrap. You ever see what happens when you throw stuff off of cruise ships?
Oh yeah, that type stuff. Yeah.
Man, them fish be on it like piranha, bro. You fall in that
water. They invented power slap to the belly yet?
Hey, let's start it.
Skywalker, they got people that do that. They jump off of like these cliffs and do belly flops. Yeah. Like it's a European thing. They have like these. They have competitions where they go off the highest part of the highest diving boards. They do a trick and land on their back or land on their face, and it's a whole competition, bro. Like I'm telling you, man, the world is full of weird competitions.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's crazy right there. And some of that stuff is just.
I seen it. I was like, oh, they got to have people down there with. They got like diving suits and stuff on under there. In case the person
make sure they're good. Right?
Yeah, you smack the water like that. That's a wrap.
But think about the liability and insurance. You got to be a seedy company signing up to insure something like that, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Insurance companies are like, I know you did not just jump off that.
Insane, man.
Bro. I don't. Is anybody else feeling funny? I feel like when you think that nothing more wild or weird could go on, every day brings something else.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy. It's been like that this whole year.
Yeah,
Just taking the knee thing. This is going to distract us from all the Diddy stuff, the new Epstein test, bookers on the desk. Like we gonna be talking about this for a minute.
Yeah,
and then Tank don't help it none because he be out there trolling people.
Oh yeah,
he be on like, that fight was trash. But you hit the Colin Kaepernick and got a facial in the middle of the round, bro. And then ask people what's wrong. You ain't know why people thought that was weird. You couldn't.
Y'all booing me? Y'all booing me?
Right. Yeah. I heard him say that.
Bro, no. You. I don't know, man. This was a good birthday. I'm gonna remember this one all the time.
Oh yeah, salute there. Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy John, yo.
Not paying attention in the corner, just looking away, dissing Calvin, just like, Tank was just so disinterested in this fight. Yeah. Like, what do you mean it's the 12th round? Where have you been? Yeah. Where have you been? Like, do you know where you are? This is 12th round? This is 12th round?
Back talk in the corner was wildly disrespectful.
Yeah, it's wild.
You know what Floyd was doing? Floyd did something like that at his exhibition. Yeah. He kicked the referee out of the ring and got a new referee during the fight. You need a new role model, homie.
Stop trying. You are not him.
Yeah, you need to do that. That's I don't know, man. That's not cool.
No, I'm with you. It's crazy.
That's not cool, bro.
It's crazy.
All right.
I head up out this thing, huh?
That's what I got.
2 hours.
100,000 memes of Tank.
Yeah. Good on it for a couple hours, man. So that's good.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all having me.
Yeah, thank you, Dean. Appreciate you.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Got to drop it in. Rodolfo Rivera Jr. See you out there.
Follow him at Ballin' Buds podcast. We got 86 Sports. Everybody got YouTube channels. Follow everybody.
That's right. We'll be back. We got a UFC card this Saturday, so we'll be riding on Thursday.
Nice.
And I'm sure I'll talk about Kaepernick. Hopefully it'll be a meme by then, Papa Junior. Yeah, I'll see a meme and post that joint.
Hey, somebody find. I'm telling you, he hit that Colin Kaepernick, bro.
That was
Yeah, yeah.
got the facial and everything.
Oh, it's in my eye. It's in my eye.
What?
Hairgrease, bro. Hey, listen, man. The girl posted the products that she used. I think you owe her a check now, homie. Like
she did.
You owe her a check. She did.
Like, hold up, man. Don't blame it on me.
Yeah.
Gee, I didn't know that.
All the males that follow all your hairstyles, you let them down. You know what I'm saying? Just. Yeah, I feel like he gotta go. I feel like he should. You know how people go to jail, they end up having to do community service and stuff like that. I feel like somebody needs to sue him and make him go around to barber schools and apologize to them for the way he took care of his hair business and disrespected their industry. You know what I'm saying? That'll be a good punishment. We need it on video.
it just burned. I got my stuff done 2 days ago, and then man, shut up, man. Come on, man. Come on.
That's nonsense.
That's coming from.
It was a jab, bro. We saw the jab. It was clean, just like the one you got when you was talking to the referee. The jab was clean.
That was hilarious too. What? You're in a fight, buddy.
I would have felt better if you had said it was the thumb of the glove, bro.
That made more sense.
Oh yeah. Bro, we start using butters and stuff now, bro. We don't use Vaseline, petroleum jelly. We don't use that no more, bro.
It was that TCB, that Blue Magic, and that pink moisturizer. It was that old new now back in his hair.
Oh man, hey, Skywalker, you good, bro? You ain't have to say nothing. We got you.
I don't know about that. I know about 3 Flowers, bro. We have our own hair grease, us Mexicans. Yeah. Then you stain your pillow sheets with it. Yeah, man. I used to wear that shit, man. My son likes to wear stuff like that here and there, bro. I don't know. He's young. It's all the cosmetic stuff. He likes his hygiene.
Your son be rocking the do-rags, getting the waves right.
Bro, he got a nice haircut from the Diamond Boy. He got a little design. He likes colognes, bro. Him and Boz would get along.
Skywalker's family is gonna grow exponentially when he hit 14. You know what I'm saying? Keep on. He got the smell goods on too. All right. I'm about to send him something. We got a whole. My wife gets all types of you know what I'm saying, colognes. I might have to send him something fresh.
He likes that.
Dad, let me get that Creed. Dad.
I don't wear. I used to wear like when I was younger, but I'm older now. I just put deodorant on and walk out the door.
Hey, there you go.
And they got them new colognes now.
What my cologne is? Cologne is Kush is my cologne, bro. You know what I
mean? We're gonna get them some of that pheromone cologne. They ain't gonna be able to keep them off. They ain't gonna be able to keep them off of them.
I got that Kush is my cologne.
Give them some Stetson, some Aspen.
Yeah.
He's gonna be the Mexican Casanova. Casanova, me and Romeo.
Bring it back.
Yeah, but thank you guys, man.
Be my dog. She trying to get up out that thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, y'all be easy now.
All right. Peace.
All right, folks.